Hi friends, it is Amit Awasthi. In this video I am discussing about global and local variables in Python. If a variable is changed inside a function, it is local variable. If a variable is only read, then Python assumes that it is a global variable. It must be initialized within function. Since its name has no meaning outside, Python gets confused and gives error. So we are taking this example first here. The difference between global and local variable. Global variables are accessible inside and outside a function. Local variables are only inside the function. Just I have taken this example. I run this example and we call the function ex1, so it prints global variable. It means it is reading inside. So main global prints. Now again it prints local variable, that is x local. Now what happens? Again it comes out and prints local variable and it prints main global. And finally, if we try to print local variable, this local variable was defined under the function, so it produces error and says local variable not defined. So meaning is clear that global variable is accessible inside the function and also accessible to outside the function, while the local variable, that is only accessible inside the function but not outside of the function. Example 2. If we set a variable in a function with the same name as global variable, we are actually creating a new local variable. Check. Suppose we have taken a variable name var, it is main global, and again we are defining variable var inside this example x2 function, x2 x local. Print inside the function var is var. Now if we call ex2, what happens? It reads var x local and prints var x local, and when it comes out, this returns var again. So corresponding this print, it is variable x local, whatever you defined here. What this never change the global variable what was given outside. Next example, to set the global variable inside a function, we need to use global statement. Suppose we want to change the value of global variable which was given in outer scope. In that case we have to use a keyword global. So here var is main global and we define global var, and we are changing this value var is x local. Now if we run this function, inside the function this returns var and outside the function it returns x local. So now this outside variable is changed. So this global keyword is playing an important role. Next, nested functions. So what happens if we are using similar things inside a function? Suppose we are defining a var outer x local and we are defining another definition inside x4. So we are taking again variable inner, this is inner local. Now print variable outer, variable inner. What happens? X local, inner local. Now if we try to print variable inner in ex4, it produces error like example 1. So for scope of this variable is only this scope is valid. Now example 5, setting a variable in the inner function that creates a new local variable instead of modifying the outer variable. So it is clear, we have taken this example, similar examples. So variable x local, we are creating variable inner local. What happens? It simply creates a local variable and prints inner local, while outer variable remains unchanged. Example 6. Global keyword won't work in this case. I am showing an example in which even global keyword is not working well. So define ex6 variable var is x local, and we define another function inside it, and we are calling global var, and var is inner local. Now what happens here? It prints inner local, but outside it gives x local. It means effect of global var is nil. Variable is not changed. So why this is happening? This is why, because global variable means we are talking about the variables which has been defined for whole module, not for a particular definition. So this is the problem. To solve this problem, we have taken few examples. What in Python 3000 this scenario has been changed. Now they introduce a new keyword, non-local for global, to solve such problems. Solution of previous problem, we can see here two examples. First one is, we can define a class. We can define a class, and this class is blank, name is space pass, just name is space pass. And now example 7, ex7, we are calling ns namespace and ns starts variable x local, and same variable I am changing here, inner local. Now this works, inner local comes outside. In the next example, same thing is happening. We can do this by defining a variable globally. Check here, global variable is main global. Example that we are calling variable x local, so it is changing to x local. Now again, if we go inside, we try to change this var inner local, it does not change. Why? Because this is local variable, and this does not produces any effect on module variable. So this is last one example and dangerous example. Try to understand this example well. As a summary, I want to visualize the whole thing. So here we have taken example a is equal to 10 and define ex1, print simply a, ex2 we are passing variable a, and ex3 we are trying to print a, and x4. In such a way we have taken some examples, and we are trying to visualize by this tool. Some first call ex1 is defined, so this goes ex1. Now ex2 is defined, this goes ex2. All variables are coming here. Now ex4 is defined, so first we are calling print direct call to variable a, so it should be x1, and x1 is given 10. This is correct. X1 is, now what happens, second call goes to print call ex1. We are calling ex1 function, it should return print a, and what is happening, ex1 is calling, so next frame comes here in existence in function ex. So there are two frames now. Now whatever we are doing in this frame. It reads print a and prints 10, and it returns value x, and that is from 10. Whatever we have already defined in a means x1, x1 means 10, and x1 is returning. Next we are calling ex2. We are passing a variable, so we are passing a variable. That variable is new variable x6, and that is 12. So it pretty simply prints 12. It returns x6. Now in third call, what happens? A has been now changed. A is now again previous value 10. Now in what happens if we call example 3? So just we intensely remove this line. If you are not removing this line will produce some error of local variable, because you cannot assign value to a global variable in this way. So it's simple, this is ignorable. Now if we call 4, what happens? Function frame is here, global variable a is defined. Now we are assigning a value a is equal to a plus 3. Note this point. Here it is 10. x1, a is x1 and x1 is 10. Now what happens? A is equal to a plus 3. So a becomes new memory location x7 and x7 is 13. Now function returns x7. Now this is not returning x1. Next. Finally, what happens? A, x7 and x7 is 13. So memory location for a has been now changed. That is x7. And now the result has been changed. That is 13. Now a is not fixed. So we have changed the value of global variable by doing this. Thanks. I hope you will enjoy this example.